YouTube. This is an alcohol review for Elijah Craig Small Batch 12-year-old whiskey. Says that it is 94 proof, 47% alcohol per volume. Perfection takes time, and Elijah Craig has made it worth the wait. 12 years in the making, fresh limestone spring water, and a special yeast recipe that has been in the family secret for generations. These are just some of the reasons why Elijah Craig, a true small batch bourbon, before the term even existed, is considered one of the world's greatest bourbons. Distilled by Elijah Craig Distillery Company, Bardstown, Kentucky. Well, it is a pretty bottle, we'll grant that. I'm not a fan of the packaging in that the lid perfectly lines up with the glass. Makes it a little difficult to get a hold of. I have glass over here, a little bit of water, pour some in. Cork this up so none of the animals and the critters knock it over. And there we go. A nice rich brown caramel to it. Tears up very lightly on the glass. It has that, obviously, the strong alcohol hit from the 94 proof, but don't let that turn you off from it. Turn it a little bit. It has a caramel, molassy type odor to it, with what seems to be a hint of orange. Yes, a hint of orange. Critics. Yeah. Like I said, that 94 proof does kind of rock you. But once you get past that shock of that much alcohol, I'll let it cover the entire tongue. You see that there are depths to this particular whiskey. It has a molasses and caramel, just like you catch in the nose for this. And there's an underlayer of a very light kind of an orange syrup. So it's not so much an orange sweet, but an orange-like flavoring to it. And there is definitely a wood-like background that wraps the whole thing up. Very nice. I'm not sure exactly what I'll cut this with because it's so complicated in its flavors on its own that I think adding a soda or something else to it would simply demean the flavors. Now, out there on YouTube is another whiskey reviewer called Whiskey Bitch. She labeled this amongst the other whiskey she had at the table at that time, that this whiskey, Elijah Craig, is the old man with a pipe comparison to the other whiskeys she had there. And I have to agree. This is very rich in flavors. The flavors are quite complicated. And it is definitely something you can see, sipping on a deep, dark winter night with the snow coming down, fireplace roaring, a pipe in one hand and a book in the other. This is not a light whiskey at all. It's not something I would have in the middle of summer. Way too rich, way too deep. Yeah, this is not sit on your porch and have a glass. This is sit in Grandpa's study, talking to friends about deep world events, political ethics, things that will take hours to get through. Deep, complicated books. This is something that will accompany those kind of thoughts. This is not watch the sports game. This is not watch hockey or football and sip at the time. This is, an expensive steak. This is deep, deep time. Yeah, not kid stuff. Definitely rich. And like I said, this is not something I would have in the middle of summer. It's just way too rich and thick in flavors. But there you go. It's my review of Elijah Craig. Give it a try. See what you think. Write in reviews down below, or make a video yourself. Like I said, this is not something you share with the kids. This is not something that you just sure we'll have a shot or two at a party. This is time to sit back and try to figure out how to solve the problems of the world. Definitely rich, and is definitely something to drink at moments that will require rich and deep thoughts. But anyways, until next time, keep on drinking. Seriously.